Alright, what's up guys, this is Spooky, and welcome back to Let's Play Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Anyway, in part 1, we defeated the first palace, which is the proper palace, and we put in this crystal that will help break the barrier in the Great Palace, which is the final dungeon of the game. We also got some levels, which is cool, and we got our first item, which is the candle. Anyway, now that we have the candle, we have access to some new areas. Well, we could go to those places, but it would be very dark and very difficult to do, versus having the candle really helps out a lot. So anyway, now that we have the candle, we can head to the second palace, which is Midora Palace. But before then, there's some preparations we want to make, so let's continue on. First off, I'm just going to pause here. First off, as you'll see, the dungeon we were just in became this big impassable rock thing. And that means that you've completed the dungeon, there's nothing left to do. If you do beat a dungeon and put the crystal in, and after leaving you find that it doesn't turn to this rock thing, that means you forgot to do something. Most likely you forgot the item in the dungeon. So anyway, there you go. We're going to continue. First thing I'm going to do before anything is I'm actually going to kill myself. Poor Link, right? But there's a couple reasons I'm doing this. One is that it's faster, since I only have one life left, and two is that, you know, the second palace, Midora Palace, is very difficult. So number one, we want to make sure we have full lives. Ganon's back. And we want to make sure that well, basically we want to make sure that we have full lives. That's the most important thing. Anyway, now that we're back here, let's continue on with the preparations for Palace 2. Now that we have level 2 in attack, those guys die in one hit. But the ones in the dungeons don't, which is interesting. The dungeon enemies definitely have more health. Alright, I'm going to pause right here. As you can see, south of us in the marsh area, that's actually Palace number 2. And that's where we're going to be heading. But first off, let's go in here. We get a magic container, which is great. So now we have 5 containers of magic and 5 of life. Right now we only have the one spell shield, but we are going to get some new spells shortly, so having more magic is going to be good. Alright, up we go. One more place that I want to go to. Here we go. Here's another cave that we now can see in, thanks to having the candle. There's some tougher enemies inside. Some Octoroks. We also have a Garaya coming up. There he is. These guys were in Zelda 1 chucking those boomerangs. Anyway, we get this weird little trophy thing. Guess it's a trophy of an angel or something. Anyway, that trophy will be used for something very soon, as you'll see. Alright, let's keep going. So now we want to head left here so that we can go south to head towards Palace 2. But before that, there's a town here, so let's go. This is the town of Ruto, if I'm not mistaken. All these towns, I think, are character names in Ocarina of Time. I could be wrong. I think they are, though. Anyway, let's go get some health. Let's continue. Alright, this girl right here is who we want to talk to. You saved the trophy. Come see my uncle. Alright then. This is one of the side quests that I talked about before that you'll need to get a spell. Anyway, this time we get a very important spell. One that we really need to beat the game, to be honest. And it's appropriately named Jump. And as you would guess, it makes you jump really high. We'll need it to cross some areas. in the game. So that's all we can do here in this first area of the game, essentially. So now we're gonna head south, see what else we come up with. So down we go. We gotta go into this cave, so let's do it. Another area that, without the candle, would definitely be very difficult. You have to kill some more of these Octoroks. Here's another Garaya. There we go. Another room, this time with these weird beetle things. I don't even know what they're supposed to be. There you go, there's another Garaya. Anyway, for those curious, the way the item drops work in this game is I believe it's 6, I could have it wrong. Every 6th minor enemy and every 6th major enemy has will drop either a potion or an experience bag. These bats, as an example, are all minor enemies. There you go, there's another bottle. Anyway, this area is basically impassable, but thanks to the jump spell, we can just jump right up. So there you go. Now we'll continue. First thing I want to do is go in here. Here we have a fairy. We have full health anyway, but let's grab it. Fairies restore all your health. You can get them in random encounters also. Now it will be faster for me to go around here, but I'm gonna go south instead. And you'll see why. There's actually an item hidden here that we want to pick up. It's gonna help us out. So south we go. We're gonna go in here and we get this little Link doll. And what that does is that gives us an extra life. So now we have 3 spookies in reserve. Alright, that rock there is currently impassable. You may have noticed one near the first town, Rauru, as well. Basically, for now, think of them as impassable, and eventually we will have a way to get through them. For now, they're just there to get in our way. So, the second palace is actually north of us, but before then I want to go south. And that's because I want to go to that town that you saw. Alright, I'm gonna go to this little tree just because there's another experience bag here. That one's 100 XP, very nice. Let me get some magic back. Alright, now we're gonna head to this town here. You can see there's 2 parts to this town, and there's also a water crossing. This is the town of Saria, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. This guy's got a special warning for us. Eyes of Ganon are everywhere. What does that mean? Well, when you talk to the NPCs, you have a chance of turning into these weird bat things. Anyway, let's talk to this girl. I lost my mirror. Alright. That's another one of those quests that we talked about. But this one's very easy. You go here to this table, crouch. There you go, Link found a mirror. Let me guess, it's hers. Gotta be pretty vain to go through all this trouble for a mirror. Follow me. Alright then. So we get yet another spell, and this one is also very useful. In fact, this is probably the spell that I will use the most often in this playthrough. Anyway, we get the Spell of Life, and it's a very expensive spell to cast, 60 points. But it does what it says, and that's that. It restores your life. good to have, and will help us a lot in the second dungeon, which is pretty long, especially compared to the first one. Anyway, we're going to continue left. I'm going to talk to this lady and get our magic back. There you go. Now we're full on everything, which is good. And here's that water area, but we can't really cross right now, so let's go in here and see what's going on. Only townfolk may cross this river. Interesting. There's really nothing else left for us here. There's nobody in the town that really tells you, as far as I know, how to cross the river. So, for now, let's head to the second palace and see what's going on. There's some pretty good preparations, couple new spells, got an extra life. Very close to the next level, so let's go up here, back where we came. These enemies are another annoying enemy that take experience from you when they hit you. At least they give XP, unlike the guys from the first dungeon. Alright. So we do have to go through the marshes here. Here's another one of those impassable rocks we talked about. Another one there, and there's one here. This one preventing us from going back to the beginning area, essentially. Alright, we're gonna go in here because there's another pea bag in here, if I'm not mistaken. Experience is always nice, especially early in the game when you don't have a lot of levels. I'm gonna skip this guy. There's another Garaya. Alright, so since there's a potion here, I'm actually going to use my life spell now. Let me take this to get a little bit of the magic back. There you go. Life spell actually restores a good chunk of health. We get a pea bag up and we get a level. Cool. Level and attack. It's definitely what I want. More damage. Sounds great to me. Good timing too, right before the dungeon. Anyway, this is the last of the preparations that we're gonna make, so pretty much we're ready to go. So now I'm gonna head into the marshes. Sorry, just using the roads here. If enemies hit you while you're on a road, nothing happens, as you see, so we definitely want to use the roads to our advantage in this area to have less random encounters. Almost there. Those only need one hit now. They needed two when we're at level 2. So that's good. Alright guys, and we have arrived here in Midora Palace. But that's going to be the conclusion of part 2 of Let's Play Zelda 2 The Adventure of Link. Thanks for tuning in guys. Leave your feedback. Hopefully you're all enjoying it. And we'll have the next part for you very, very soon. Thanks for watching as always. Much love guys.